Thanks again for joining us as we chat with Jim Halloran and John Coyne from Lintech of America, a world leader in adhesive manufacturing since 1934. Now, today's topic is all about installation of digital window graphics. It can be quite a delicate process. So let's start out with some of the risks of improperly installing window films. Jim, what are your thoughts on that?
It's the most important part of the process. If something fails on a press, you're only out material and some ink. If something fails on installation, you're out everything. So you really want to pay attention and follow the manufacturer's instructions. Most important thing that we see is people say, "Oh, I use my my Uncle Louis special liquid, and it has vinegar in it." No, we sell an installation fluid. You're welcome to buy, or just go with warm water and Dawn dishwashing detergent, couple of drops, or baby shampoo. The reason for the soap is so the product, the film will slide around on the glass. If you're going to tile them together, that's the easiest way to do it. So don't add anything crazy into it. Don't ad-lib it. We publish instructions on how to do it. We have YouTube videos on how to do it. We have videos on our website of the best practices. So just follow the instructions and everything will be cool. The other thing I recommend, if it's a first-time install for your team, take some clear film that you didn't print and put it up there and make sure it looks good. Then put up the printed one. Practice a little bit before you go live. That's really it.
All right. Well, you certainly want to avoid those potential issues. And you mentioned some of the things that make a successful installation. Is there anything you'd like to add to make it a flawless installation?
Use an installer that's worked with a lot of our film. If you're going to put the film on a couple of doors, you can do it yourself if you follow the instructions. If you're going to do a building, one of our first ever installations was office towers, 3 office towers, 57 stories each, 80 offices per floor. Use a professional installer. They'll whip it through. On our website, digitalwindowgraphics.com, it shows the installation of our film at the EFI World Headquarters. And that was done by Sonny's Glass Tinning in the Boston area. And those guys are phenomenal. They went in there, they had it done in a day, the entire building. So if you have a big project, get a professional installer.
Sounds like Lintech has been partnering with incredible installers for decades. Is there a project that sticks out in your mind as a favorite? John, let's go to you. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, one of the more interesting projects that we did was a couple years back with a company called ER2, and they're in the Chicago area. They installed a graphic on the Chicago History Museum, and the way they did it was pretty interesting. They went into the Chicago History Museum and they applied from the inside using a reverse printed film for outside viewing. But they also did a white layer in between the colors. And what this does is they backlight it at night and it comes out nice and dense and crisp. And then in the day, it's lit up by the sun from the outside. And normally, if you have a graphic, in order to light it up from the backside, you have to oversaturate the graphic with ink, because when you put the light in from the backside, it kind of washes out the color. But when you do that during the day, the graphic doesn't look really good because it looks like it has too much ink on it and it just doesn't have that pop that you're looking for. So they accomplished this by sandwiching a white layer in between the colors. So they get it's called a day-night application, so that it looks good in the day and it looks good at night. And this one came out fantastic. It actually looks substantially different at night than it does in the day. And it really gives that pop that the Chicago History Museum was looking for.
Super.
Yeah, one thing. I was just going to say, on our website, ER2 Imaging that did that graphic, they made a movie of it and they sent it to us and said we were so grateful. They spurned us on to make some of our own videos, but it's on our website at Digital Window Graphics. You can see what John was describing.
Wow, that's great. We'd like to do a special thank you to all of Lintech's install partners. They really do, and you really are critical for your successful installation, and then help Lintech of America look great. Jim and John, thanks for your time today. Any last thoughts to add?
Not so much.
You got us there.